is good, YouTube, man? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It is Tuesday, you guys. I completely had a brain fart. I thought that we played Saturday. We played Friday. So, with that being said, I'm going to move these film studies a day early. So, what I'm going to do is, hold on, I'll take this off up until anybody else pulls in. But what we're going to do is that today we're dropping the Jonathan Abram. This is what we're doing. Jonathan Abram film study. This is what we're doing right now. Tomorrow, you guys are getting back to back. We get the Dylan Parham film study. And because of the news today of him starting at left guard, we're going to specifically take his film from left guard from last game. And we're going to break that down tomorrow. So expect that. You guys get 2 film studies back to back. If you haven't already, watch the video that I dropped this morning about the whole Isaiah Wynn situation. Go check that out if you haven't already. But man, really quick, you already know what time it is. I'm going to get a roll call of everybody who's already in here. So if you want this quick shout out, man, type in the chat real quick. We got Robert, we got Corey, we got GA, Muasi. Shout out to the members of the channel. Like my guy GA is a member. If you would like to become a member, you can. The link is now in the chat. We got Fulio in the building, Eric G, Riso, David, my guy David, always showing love on the Twitter. And if you haven't, also show love to the Twitter. We're getting a lot more active over there. We got Mr. Chum, SBG, Daryl, SC, my guy in the building. Please, y'all go check in, tap in with SC Experience on YouTube. We got my brother SVT, another member of the channel. Herman, Daryl, keep putting in that work. Most definitely, bro. We are pumping out these film studies. Like I said, today, right now, Jonathan Abram. Tomorrow, Dylan Parham at left guard. We got my guy Raiders. Who else we got up in here? Oh, we got a bunch. But shout out to my guy Stu. A little bit last minute. But guess what? We got somebody that played in the league right now, right? And he played at the position that Jonathan Abram played. So guess what? This is a special one right here, and I'm excited to bring this one to you. How are we feeling, Stu? How are we feeling?
Good, Andy. Hey, thanks for letting me pull up.
We were supposed to get this done a while ago.
We were. I know. And here's the deal about Abrams, right? Abrams. He's been playing out of position.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the thing. Coaches need to take what a guy can do good and exploit it. And what they do bad, hide it as much as they can. So you put players in positions, and he is a guy that's in the box, physical, hybrid safety / linebacker. So I'm excited to watch this.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 plays. One of them, he's at deep high. The rest, he's in the big nickel or in the box. Shout out to everybody who pulled in from Graphs Live. We got over 100 of you guys. If you haven't hit that
everybody.
Like button, man.
Yeah, hit that like.
Hit that like button. Shout out to Muasi. He's giving us a little bit of update on today's training camp. He says, hearing Adams is unstoppable. Adams is doing Adam-type things. He was doing Devontae Adam-type things, but we are now in the film room, man.
Let me make one more comment. So the defensive coordinator for Purdue is Ron English, who I'm very close friends with. He was Abrams' coach at Mississippi State. And I had a talk with him last year, and he said, Stu, this is what they need to do with him. He's not where they have him now. What they've had him been doing is not what he excels at. This, which I'm about to watch, which I'm thinking this is what we talked about, where he needs to be. So go ahead.
Matter of fact, Stu, really quick, if there's any, hopefully these film studies, they usually do well. So actually introduce yourself as the player really quick. So they just don't think that we're talking out of our ass when we're doing this.
So Stuart Schweigert, I have a Wikipedia if you want, STUART, SCHWEIGERT. I have a YouTube channel, but from Michigan, live in Indiana, played high school football, ran track, basketball, played at Purdue, All-American at Purdue, Purdue's all-time interception leader, Playboy All-American.
Talk that shit.
my freshman year, I was Big Ten Freshman of the Year in 2000 when Breeze was my teammate when we won the Big Ten first time since 1967. Played in 4 bowl games. Drafted by the Raiders, 3rd round. Had the fastest L shuttle in the draft. Played 4 years, started 53 games in the NFL, then started bouncing around a little bit, went to the UFL, was a defensive player in the UFL, owned an indoor football team, had a training business. Now I live back at Purdue with my family of 4, and I've gotten back on social media about a year ago, back with the Raiders, and met Andy, and know a little bit about football. So
knows a little bit about football. There we go. Javi says, "Yo, can we run him as a single high?" Talking about Abram. That's not really his skill set, bro. Like if we want to maximize him, we want him in the box where he's hitting people, where he's putting pressure on the quarterback, and we're gonna see him do a lot of that right now. Shout out to my guy Chief. He says so.
He's what you'd call a true strong safety, where Morag is more of a free safety, long range guy. You know, a guy that can make up space, a guy who can jump, a guy that can create turnovers, maybe not as physical. We need him down in the box like a Roy Williams or a Troy Polamalu or who are some newer age guys that you would know, Andy, that kind of play that.
I think the best way to describe Abram is Jamal Adams, because Jamal Adams was a guy that with the Jets were just fucking putting him in the box. Tight ends, running backs, do what you need to do. On top of that, blitz. The man had 13 sacks as a safety. He was getting a lot of pressure, and I think that's exactly what we need to do with Abram. Because honestly, Jamal Adams is not good in coverage. You see teams attack Jamal Adams and they win, but guess what? When Jamal Adams is getting pressure on that quarterback, this man manhandles O-linemen, manhandles tight ends, manhandles running backs. It's just a mismatch with how physical they play the game. So, really quick, we're going to get into this GA. My guy, he says, Abram in the blocks, blitzing and spy, that's where he'll shine.
Perfect.
And guess what? That's what we're going to get into right now. So, first play right here, Stu. What I have chalked down.
Is this him here at the middle of the field, or where
I'm going to put it up right now. I'm putting it up right now. Okay. So, right here, we got Jonathan Abram in the box right here. This is him. What he's going to end up doing, he's going to blitz on this, and he's not going to blitz, but he's going to read the play action. He's going to stay with the quarterback, and he ends up blowing the screen up because he puts pressure on the quarterback. So this is Jonathan Abram here. Just let the play ride.
Let me just kind of see what defense are kind of. So coming down. Okay, so that's cover 3.
Boom. Nothing, nowhere to go. That's a good play by Jonathan Abram.
Sorry, that was my fault. I got caught looking at the safety that moved down.
Yeah, no problem. This is Jonathan Abram right here. Right. Okay. So he's going to read the play action by Tua. Doesn't get fooled. Stays with Tua. Gets his hands on him. Boom.
He pulls the court. That's exactly what he's supposed to do.
Yep, that's exactly what he's supposed to do. And you'll see it again from this angle. Jonathan Abram, you could just see he's doing his keys. He's checking down on Tua. And this is something that I noticed from Patrick Graham's scheme specifically. This backside defensive end is always making sure the quarterback doesn't keep the ball. He's always making sure the quarterback doesn't keep the ball because that's just
backside guy. There's no rush for him to go play side
exactly.
At all.
So this is a good play. Honestly, they put the whole offensive line. They're all moving to the left side. We think it's a run. Abram stays disciplined, and instead of staying with the runner, keeps his eyes on Tua.
So here's something, Andy, you can add into your coaching repertoire. We call that walking elephants. The offensive linemen, when they turn and do this, that's not – it looks like run, but you look at that, you know that that's going to be some type of boot, some type of,
play action. Something.
Yes, okay. It's called walking elephants. They're all
so right here. Yeah, the tight end. It looked like he was going down on a block, and he says, "Psych, I'm gonna bring it back." Tua has a Jonathan Abram in his face. He's not taking those chances. He throws the ball immediately down to the ground. Now, right here on this next play, we're gonna see he's gonna come in on the blitz again, inside the box where he should be. This is a big nickel right here. You got Abram right here. Circling to him. You got your 2 linebackers.
Who are that guy that's close to the third receiver? Is that a receiver or is that a tight end? Do you know?
Him?
No, the other guy.
Him?
That guy, yeah.
That's a receiver. This is a tight end.
Okay.
So you got Abram right here. lined up, and you see him. He times it perfectly, bro. Times it perfectly again. They're gonna try and run a screen. It just doesn't work. They have nowhere to go. Abram's impact. I'm gonna say this, Stu, and this is something that I always notice when I'm watching Abram.
Hold on here. Let's look at the offensive lineman here. See if they do that where they turn lateral to the line of scrimmage. Let's see. No,
they didn't.
That's just a straight up pass. That's a straight up pass.
So this is what I notice when I'm watching film from Jonathan Abram. He just always looks like he's faster than everybody. His game speed is a lot quicker. He's just moving at a completely different pace.
You know why? Because he's comfortable in the position he's playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was a different angle of the play.
And you know what I like? What else do you think I'll say I liked at the end of it?
Him pushing the quarterback down? I don't know.
No, just keep watching. What does he do?
Oh, he follows the ball. Yep.
I like that.
Follows the ball.
Get to the ball. Get to the ball. That's where good things happen.
And honestly, this is a perfectly timed blitz. Like, I'm not sure if this was he felt like he just knew the snap count from the few preseason games prior that they had, but he just comes in right in, just nobody near him, and he sprints right to the ball. So that's a really good play by Jonathan Abram.
It is a screen. I was going to say, to be honest, that receiver right there should probably have picked him up on a hot, a check or whatever. But you actually want to throw a screen during a blitz. You'd like to throw it to the side of the blitz, but shit, that was good. But that was good play by the guys on the other side. Shit.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to see, and we're not just showing everything good, right? Abram this time, he gets back there, but he doesn't connect on the quarterback. But it's a really good play nonetheless. You'll see him. He's creeping. He's coming back up to the line.
That's all right.
And you know what? He made the throw hard for the quarterback, and that's ultimately that's what you want. Look how he just blows up the running back, gets in the quarterback's face. That's another good job, man.
Rewind it to the beginning. Okay. So take a look.
That's Abram.
What else do you notice by him coming down there? What's the quarterback do?
Oh yeah, he's checking Abram.
So now we're dictating what the offense is doing, and that's what you want to do.
Boom, blows him up right in the quarterback's face at the point of release. That is another good blitz, and this is something that should always happen with Abram. We've been begging for this to happen. I thought that last year he was going to be superstar inside the box for Gus Bradley, but Gus Bradley was very conservative, and you'll see this is what Stu's talking about. He comes, creeps the line, Teddy Bridgewater checks,
check,
make sure that the linemen get there. They still don't. Running back gets blown up right in the face. They complete the pass.
Go back. Let me see where he hits that running back and where he should be. Okay. So
boom. Nice. Right in the fucking that's right here.
I'm looking at what shoulder because what we don't want to have happen, right, is we don't want him to cut inside and not make the play and have Teddy, because if Teddy were to go out, there's nobody there, right?
Well, this is the thing, Stu, with Jonathan Abram, he's got crazy quick speed. Like he's fast. So he can kind of make those mistakes, and he can make up for them with his athletic ability.
I'm saying right there was good, and if you're going to go in there, you better make the sack. Mm-hmm. But I like how he kept the quarterback in the pocket.
Yeah. So right here, you're going to see how he begins kind of inside the box, or he's kind of somewhat behind the linebacker here, but he's actually going to go up, play a little bit deeper, and he's in man coverage right here. This is a big time tight end.
Yeah, I like this because they're disguising it. They don't know if is he blitzing, is he not?
Me too. I love it.
Yeah.
And this is the thing.
I didn't see that last year. I didn't see that last year.
This guy is no slouch. Mike Gesicki, we all know Mike Gesicki is a baller. So you'll see Jonathan Abram is now, his heel is how many yards?
They're playing cover 2. That's a cover 2.
So this is what, 18 yards off the line of scrimmage now?
18, yeah. Playing cover 2 with a
and he's the first one to the ball. This is
I like that because that 59 should be making that play, and he's getting
exactly what I was in. That's my first note. I said deep safety, but he was the first one to make contact on the ball carrier. And that's important.
What you want. That's what you want to look at. Pause it.
Okay.
You want to see a player on the field should never be able to see him changing speeds. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like if a guy's changing speeds, then that means he's not going full speed, right?
And
what I'm seeing here is Abrams is having the mentality that I played with. If it's going to be, it's up to me. I'm not waiting for anyone else to make the play, even though that linebacker, that's his area, and he could say, I'm out here in the half. He's getting involved. Remember last year I said Morag in the deep middle? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in the deep middle and he's not getting beat, but we're only playing with 10 guys. Get involved. Go once the play has divulged itself, your responsibilities are done. The only responsibility you have after that is get to the ball.
But I want to see right here, right? So Lucas Masterson's about 7 yards.
Down and distance right here, though? That's another end. Go back and look and see what the down and distance is by the sticks, if we can. So
they got the first down. It was second down.
That linebacker's getting way too deep.
So this is what I noticed, right? You got Abram, who's about You got Abram here, who's about what?
He's
once
good.
Once the ball is snapped,
he's good.
Abram is going to be 9 yards or 8 yards behind the linebacker. And in fact, he's the first one to get there. Like, that's good. I know it's not a great play.
Who's that linebacker?
That's Lucas Masterson. He's a former safety converted to linebacker. Was a MVP in the Hawaii Bowl. So he has a little bit of
what year is he?
This is rookie year.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then this is something that we're going to see, right? This is one-on-one coverage with Mike Gesicki. This is man coverage. Once the ball snapped, this is man coverage. And he doesn't let Mike Gesicki get any separation. I like this. Boom. Where is Mike Gesicki going to go here? Like, the ball's already going somewhere else. Abrams just one-on-one coverage with Mike Gesicki. There's nowhere for him to go. There's absolutely nowhere for him to go here.
Now, pause it. The only, again, but this is just, this is how coaches will be. So they're playing man free, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a safety in the middle of the field, correct? So that's called high hole help.
Okay.
And this linebacker, he has this running back, but most likely they're blitzing somebody. So he's going to pick up the blitzer. So he has low hole help, right? So the middle of the field, we have help there.
Mm-hmm.
He's outside leverage, right?
Yep.
So he just needs to maintain outside leverage because he has no help on the outside.
Yeah, he has help inside.
Yes. So right here, see that little fake?
That's good. That was a good job.
He was head up. He didn't really. But he can play outside a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could cheat a little bit more. A little bit more for sure.
A little bit. But
yeah, for sure. It's good coverage. And then this next play, we're going to go right here. This is one of the final ones. I believe this is what you were just saying. This is what you were just saying about the high hole and low hole.
Okay.
He's going to come down and he's going to lay the wood on third down. So you'll see it's 3rd and 12. They need 12 yards.
3rd and 12.
They need 12 yards. Abram begins here on a cover 2 show. And look at the play he makes.
Pause it. So I'm just looking at the offense. So I'm looking here. We're on the left hash, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We have a cut split. Okay. What would you anticipate? What this corner here? I'm sure he's given signs of these linebackers. What do you think that maybe this guy could do?
Which one?
If I'm looking at it with a cut split, I'm thinking probably something inside.
Yeah, for sure.
But right now he's coming up the field, so then I'm thinking maybe something out here.
So this is the thing. It looks like a cover 2, but they actually turn into a cover 3.
Yeah, I was going to say they're disguising disguising well.
And this is what I like because you're not forcing Abram to be in the back end. You're putting him back in the middle where he can make these big hits, where he can make all these tackles, where he can punch the ball out. So you're going to see 33. He's Roger Teamer. He's going to go into the middle and he's going to play that deep third. The number 20 is going to play that outside third, and then this corner on the other side is going to play the outside third. And you're going to see Abram. There's going to be a kind of a hole here. So this guy here is going to go to the flats. These 2 linebackers are just kind of standing their ground. Abram's going to come down here.
What you have, and I know I'm pointing like you can see me.
Okay.
It's going to be curl seam, hook, curl seam. So Abrams has the curl seam area, right? This guy down here, he should be getting more depth. 21 should be getting more depth because they have to get to the sticks. Okay. Abram's playing it great because you're thinking, well, fuck, he's got curl flat from way back there. Well, yeah, because he wants to. You should play that at the sticks. It doesn't do any good to come down here because they're going to throw over you. So
I think that, and you could correct me if I'm wrong here, Amik Robertson is not the biggest dude. So I feel like maybe why he's not so deep is because maybe Patrick Graham.
Sorry. I think they okay. So the linebacker and Abrams actually switched responsibility. The linebacker actually took the curl flat.
Yeah, he took
Abrams
the flat.
Came down in the hook. Yeah, okay, that's great, dude.
So look, we'll show you. So here, basically, before the play starts, he's gonna play this guy outside third. Roderick Teamer, he's going to play the deep third. Then this outside corner is going to play the outside third. Linebacker here is going to come down and he's going to play the flat. This linebacker here is going to go down to the right and play the curl flat. Lucas Masterson and Jonathan Abram are responsible for the middle of the field here. And you're going to see Abram come down, and he's going to come down hard. Take a look at this, dude. Boom. 3rd and 12. Look at how he lays the wood. No, sir, none of that. Football out. Football is out.
Look where the team threw it. Where was that ball being caught?
In the middle of the field.
No, don't. Well, it was. But think about it's 3rd and 12. Where did he catch that?
What do you mean?
Where did the receiver try to catch that? Go look back at where the first down marker is.
Oh yeah. He was like 3 yards off.
No, that was right there. Like they're gonna get the stick. Yeah, go back. Go back. So let's go.
So look, he caught it right here. He's 2 yards off.
Let me see.
He's 2 yards off. This is where he caught.
Where was the hit though? I guess is what I'm saying.
About a yard.
Down marker. So that's what you need. That's really a turnover because now they're punting.
So I was gonna ask you this. We're gonna see it from a different angle. You as a DB, right? If you hold on,
pause it real quick. Go back.
Okay.
This guy, this guy right here no, not him. That's the corner. The other guy, him. What is he?
He's gonna play the what position is he?
Yeah,
He's a slot. He's a slot corner.
He's a
he's gonna go to the flats.
Mike, who's the guy with the? That's a Mike. Who's the guy next to him?
This is a weak side, so he's the Will.
But that's an actual linebacker, right?
Yeah, this is an actual linebacker. He's gonna play the other flat.
So here we go. Strong, free. So here's what they're doing.
Slot corner is going to the flat. Weak side linebacker is going to the flat. Roderick Teamer is going deep third. Outside corners are doing outside third. Abrams and the Mike is staying in the middle and responsible for the middle. Yep.
Area. Deep third here. So if you can see it.
Hold on, let me do this.
So you have the Will jumping out the curl flat. Yeah. Typically, the Mike and the Will would have hook.
Yeah, and the safety would have.
Yeah, but they inverted it, which is good. You're making.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
You're just it's something for the offense to think about. They just don't know.
And even as a veteran quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, who's
he's been around a long time. That's no slouch.
Boom. And let me ask you this, right? Because this is how I thought. He caught the ball, he had possession, and he made a ball carrier move by going up the field. I would have counted this as a fumble, but it's maybe not.
Show it again. Did they challenge it?
No, they didn't. They did it because they had to punt anyway. So
yeah.
So ball carrier move, that was a damn good hit, man.
Well, okay. I like how even though they're not sure guys are going for the ball once it comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's a turnover.
So we'll just, because we did that shit pretty quick. We'll just go through the plays one more time through. If you have the time, still you got the time?
Yeah.
All right. Bet. So we'll just do it one more time through. So this is the first play. He's gonna read the lineman, make sure he stays with the quarterback, and he's gonna stop the play. I thought that this was a really, really good outing from Jonathan Abram. I think that the big nickel should be his bread and butter this year. That's honestly, I think that that's what should happen.
To be honest with you, who's the core? Is this Teddy right here?
No, this is Tua.
You would think he would have checked out of that. You know what I mean? With him coming down there and blitzing, you're gonna fucking run a naked into a blitz, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Tua, I mean, this is my thing. I'm not a big fan of Tua. I don't like any Alabama quarterback. So yeah, that was that play. Then again, he's gonna come in on a blitz. Pause if I need to.
But maybe during the preseason they said no checks or something. You know what I mean? Just run.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I play to win. I don't play to lose. So right here, I really like this one here because this is Teddy now. And I like this a lot because I just feel like he timed the blitz really well. Like, I don't know if maybe Miami showed this in their first game, but he just timed that. Like,
well, you know what I like too is he went into his gap.
Yeah, exactly.
He could have easily just went on the outside, but that's not his gap.
And you know what I liked more is that he didn't loop when he blitzed. He didn't loop. He just shot in there.
Well, what's the shortest distance between 2 points, Andy?
Exactly. So he just shot right in there, boom. And think about that, right? Let's say for whatever reason, let's say that Kendall Vickers here, our DN, reads this, and Teddy has to hold on to this a split second longer. Teddy's getting blown up. Now, let me tell you this. Chandler Jones has seen so much in this league. I can guarantee you, if he run this blitz,
flip that?
Yeah, he flipped it. So I'll tell you this, right? Chandler Jones is going to have a much easier time reading this screen than Kendall Vickers. So if Teddy is forced to keep this ball a second longer because Chandler Jones reads the screen, he's getting blown up.
You know what, really, though? I mean, that lineman, there's no reason for 95 to think it was a screen because he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the thing. A lot of coordinators right now in the league, including our own, what they're doing is instead of sending the whole left side or the whole right side, what they're doing is, and I really like this from Josh McDaniels, is they're keeping the quarterback a little bit more protected, keeping the tackles in, sending the entire interior out, and they're sending the guard, the center, and the guard out.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
Okay.
So then here on this next play, this is a play where he disrupts it, right? We saw this. He's going to time the blitz, blow up the running back, get in the quarterback's face. But, Teddy still gets the ball off, as he should, right? Boom, blows up the running back.
Go back, though.
We'll see it from a different angle. Hold on.
No. Just look at the corner, though. Look at the corner play. It's terrible.
Oh, how far he is?
Yeah. What the fuck? If Abrams is blitzing, he's not going to have a whole heck of a lot of time.
Well, to be fair, that is an undrafted free agent corner out of West Virginia.
He's just playing it safe and just staying deep, which, to be honest with you, is his responsibility in this. With the third, he has nothing underneath. Let's see, actually 36 here.
Boom, blow that motherfucker up.
36. Him. He should open up the other way and run underneath that outside receiver.
The outside receiver?
Yeah, this guy.
Because Lucas Masterson was already running with the
yeah,
you're right. He was already running with the crosser.
He's got high. That linebacker's got low.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think that this linebacker here did a phenomenal job reading the crosser and going with it.
He did. That guy opened up and turned the wrong way completely.
Yeah, this is somebody that the corner that you kind of just shit on a little bit. That's somebody that people really started to like.
I retake that back because again, he's got deep third.
Okay.
Underneath is the linebacker, so he shouldn't be jump because if he were to jump a stop and go, you'd be like, dude, that you should not be jumping anything short. You have deep third, just stay deep third. Anything underneath. That's the linebackers or strong safeties.
So boom, same thing, right? He's deep high safety, but he's the first one to get to the ball. Like, that's very important. And honestly, that's why I feel like he shouldn't be at that deep high position. I feel like he needs to be in the box. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's say we're not in a big nickel, right? Let's say that we're in a dime.
Okay.
I think that Abram should have a shot at a sub linebacker in the dime. Like, I think
absolutely.
I think that Abram should be, because you know why?
Advantage.
Because Abram is fast enough and he's physical enough that if they have to play the run in a dime for whatever reason, Abram can do it.
Abrams can hit just as well as any of our linebackers, and he should be able to he should be able to play pass coverage better than any of our linebackers as well. So yeah, he's a fucking huge advantage. That's why guys are going to that hybrid safety.
I think that Jayon Brown, our linebacker, is a little bit better than him at coverage.
Really?
Yeah, he's nice. Like, he's good. Okay. And then this is that last play that we just looked over again. We went through this quick, but it was only 6 plays. He only played 3 drives and then they took him out. So it wasn't much.
Yeah, but for 3 drives, he was pretty active.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
That's how I was when I was
boom.
When I was coming up, my coach in college, Kenny Green, who taught me a lot, the safety position, and he said, good players about every 4 or 5 plays should be involved in a statistical category, an assisted tackle, pass breakup,
Jesus Christ, man.
Whatever thing you put a fucking stat on every 4 or 5 plays, the great ones should be every one, really 2 to maybe 3. You should be involved in the play, and that's what I'm doing here.
And this is what I like. This is what I like about Abram, right? Yeah, we know that you put this man at deep high safety, it's not gonna be the greatest. But bro, this man didn't play the last 4 weeks of the season and had over 100 tackles.
That actually really surprised me.
Over 100 tackles and did not play the last 4 weeks of the season. That is extremely, extremely impressive in my book. Shout out to Graph, just pulled up. We got 300 of you guys, goddamn, on a film study about Jonathan Abram. Let me ask you this, right? This is a guy that we picked up in the first round. I think that you would say maybe not a first round pick, but
I've been very critical of Abrams.
Okay, so then let me ask you this, right? We decided to not pick up his 5th-year option.
Yep.
So this is his last year of his deal.
Yep.
Patrick Graham, it clearly looks like he has a plan for this man, right? This is somebody that, in my eyes, if he can rack up another 130 tackles, he deserves to get another contract with us. Because you can always use 130 tackles on any team you're on.
That's my best year in 2006. I was when our defense was number 1 pass defense, number 3 overall defense in the NFL. I was second with safeties in the NFL with 109, one behind Chris Hope from the Titans who had 110. So when you're in the hundreds with now free safeties, a little bit different. Strong safety,
yeah, it's a lot different. Yeah,
strong safety. He's going to have an opportunity if they play him where they're playing him now to have 140, 150. That's a lot of fucking tackles. A lot. And if you have a guy that's getting that many tackles, he's involved, he's getting around the ball, he's wanting to make plays. Yeah, absolutely you keep him.
So we saw 4 blitzes. In just 6 plays, we saw 4 blitzes. How many, if you had to put a number on it, and we're going to leave soon, if you had to put a number on it, how many times do you think he gets the quarterback down this year? Think about it. The player from the Jets and the Seahawks had 13 sacks as a safety.
I don't see why he can't be. I think what Dundee said here, Abrams needs 6 to 10 sacks. I think that's a good. I think those are legitimate.
I think that if you're getting blitzed Okay, let me ask you this. Since you played the position, what you probably would have wanted to be blitzed on every fucking play. But
you know what?
How many is comfortable for you? How many times a game would you be like, you know what? If I get blitzed this amount of times, I will get the quarterback down at least once. Blitz me X amount of times. How many times do you think you would need?
Well, again, it's all by their formations.
Yeah, for sure.
See, now it's different because the offenses are spread out. We can outnumber them. Back in my day, if you blitz, you can get picked up. They can pick up your blitzes, right? And that's a motherfucker for the guys in the back. Because you're gonna get blocked. You're gonna get blocked by a blocking running back or a tight end or even a tackle. You know, if the end goes in and you're out and the tackle trades that off and they slap it down and you get picked up by a tackle, I mean, you could get blocked. So it's not as if you're going to get free runs, but
so check this stat out, man.
I mean, I'm thinking, for someone
10?
like him, 10.
Okay. So are you excited? Your flashback, right? You get a new defensive coordinator and it's Patrick Graham, and you look a stat up and it says that he blitzed 25% of the time last year. Are you excited?
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Ask the question again.
Let's say you got a new defensive coordinator. He comes in, he clearly knows what he's doing. You go home and you say, hold on, my new defensive coordinator blitzed on 25% of the snaps last year. Are you excited as a player compared to the year before? Compared to the year before, when you only blitzed 12%.
Yes.
That's more than double.
Thanks for those stats.
Yeah, facts. The Raider Room, facts. Shout out to the Raider Room.
Absolutely, because
it gives you a chance to make plays, man.
It does, and then you can start to fuck with the offense. Because if you're blitzing, you can come up. Like if we were to show a look of a blitz last year, no one's gonna honor it because they know we're not gonna blitz.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, if you come up and you can show that you're making, like you saw Teddy Bridgewater, he already checked out of one play. So now you can start to dictate what the offense does and start to know what their checks are and get them into certain plays because if we show they're going to check this because we might come and they got to check and then we're actually going to drop off and play this. That's when you can really start fucking getting turnovers.
So I got two more before we head out of here.
Fucking Gus Bradley, he was a fucking.
I got two more. It's a two-part question. How do you feel about how much do you think it confuses an offense when you have your two linebackers both lined up in the A gap, one drops into coverage, the other one
hardest shit.
It's the hardest shit, right?
So I could not stand defenses that just get up and line up in their shit and don't move. Like, you know how easy that is for a quarterback to walk up and, like, again, for us, when we played, I was always 18 yards deep between the hashes, and Michael Huff was down in the box. No matter if they motion, I like it when safeties can rock and roll a little bit. Like the linebacker and Abrams switched positions. Mm-hmm. Like that fucks with it. That's just something else they have to think about.
Exactly. And shout out to Ray, man.
When you can have the quarterback up there and even this, here's the thing, move it around, even making that quarterback burn a timeout on some bullshit, that could come back and win the game. You know how fucking timeouts are fucking.
Yeah, they're vital, bro.
You can move around and check. Hey, check this. Hey, watch the screen.
Check the quarterback, bro,
and call out some shit. And all of a sudden, oh fuck, or the offensive lineman. They have to pick up shit, and that's how you get two guys blocking one, and all of a sudden two guys block Abrams, and our fucking D end runs free, and you're like,
this is funny. This is funny. I seen that, Ray, and I seen the where Kendall Vickers was over there fucking trying to run stride for stride with a fucking wide receiver. Yeah, Graham gets creative with his shit. But let me tell you something, right? Or let me ask you something. You're a DB, you play DB. How fucking great is it to have a guy like Max Crosby and then a pass rusher like Chandler Jones? A pass rusher like Chandler Jones that has over 100 career sacks. Like, what impact does that do for you as a DB?
Dude, and
we're gonna end it on this one. So I need you to go in detail.
The older that and really for some reason, I really came to the conclusion of, there was always that thing. Does a great secondary, are they great because they have a great D line, or does the secondary make the D line great because they're locking down guys and making the quarterback hold the ball? About 6 months ago, it just popped into me. I'm like, dude, it's the D line. If you have dogs up front, you can have subpar DBs, because if they only have to guard the guy for 3 or 4 seconds, and that quarterback's got to get rid of it, you can be a subpar defender. Now, switch it. You could have fucking Nnamdi Asomugha.
Yeah, all the time guys,
with fucking, Lester Hayes. And if that quarterback has 6 or 7 seconds, it doesn't matter who the defensive backs are. Their guys are going to get open.
Yep.
So, hold on. So knowing that those guys are up front, and knowing that we don't have to blitz necessarily to get a quarterback pressure, that just alleviates in your head, like going.
So does that make you want to run more zone? Does that make you want to run more man? If you had like a choice, like, damn, bro, like we got these dogs up front. Let us just run fucking man. Let me just be in his face.
I would say if we have dogs up front, I would just drop back in a fucking a nice zone.
Oh, nice zone.
If you have 4 guys that are dogs, you can rush 4 and drop fucking 7. So guys.
What if I tell you that not one of our starting corners is above average in zone coverage?
Wait, okay, say it again.
So what if I told you, with that being said, right, since you said, all right, let's just drop back in the zone. Rocky Sin, 5th best ranked corner in man coverage last year. Trayvon Mullen, when he played in press man, he was 1st in the league. And then when you have Anthony Averett, he's a guy that can kind of do both, but he had a little bit more success in press man. So it's like we are clearly going in a direction where we want to run man.
Well, then, see, okay, if our guys are man guys, then fucking run man. Fucking
all right.
Run man. Blitz, have a linebacker go. You have the low hole and high hole help. You have a safety up deep just to make sure that if the nickel or the will linebacker on the tight end or the outside corners don't get fucking beat, but you beat those guys down. You rush the fucking quarterback and fucking run fucking man free. Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. You have basically, you're gonna have 3 guys on 2 as far as a running back or tight end with the strong set, or the Abrams 59 and the will linebacker. So those guys outnumber them. The corners don't have to think; they're fucking matched up. The safety and the let's say, the tight end and the tight end and the running back go left. Well, whoever's on the far right, he becomes an extra player.
Yep, exactly.
Like we have 2 free players, plus pressure, plus receivers having to get off of a man press. And, dude, if we can do that, then they throw the ball up deep, and you have a safety like Morag or Teamer who can – not Teamer, but whoever 33 was, if he can play side to side, or number 30, the guy that we got.
Deron Harmon, yep, the closer.
Who's played forever, won Super Bowls. Like, fucking do that. That's easier. Zone is a lot harder because it takes vision and it takes spatial awearness. And it takes –
you got to start fitting passes in tighter windows.
If we can run man, that's a no-brainer. I mean, you run man, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. So Stu, I know you safety. Would you want to do a show about like another film on linebackers, on some linebackers?
Yeah, I can. I can give you at least a decent assessment of any position, really.
All right. Well, then I'll spam your Twitter with a bunch of clips then, and we'll get one of these going again. Hopefully
you have my cell phone number, don't you?
I do, but you never fucking answer, Stu.
Well, that no, I know that's the thing though. You like, yeah, okay,
yeah. But Hey, man, I really, really appreciate you for pulling up, man.
No, this is
Tomorrow,
fun, dude. This is like I like doing this a
film
lot
study is oh
a
my God,
lot
I love
more
this shit.
than trying to figure out who they're gonna cut in the preseason.
Yes,
Like,
yes, I agree.
dude,
I fucking agree. I love this. This is my passion. Film study. That's what I love to do.
Well, I like it too because one of my goals with me getting back with the nation and doing the social media
mm-hmm.
was where I want to make our fans, the nation, more educated in football.
Yep.
So that way they can give a better assessment of the opponents and they can give a better assessment of players and actually know who to motherfuck and who's playing it right, who's studying, who's doing the right things, and you can start to see things, and then you start to really know, okay, I like what these coaches are doing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, it's just, it makes the game, I know funner is not a word, but more enjoyable.
More fun. Yeah, more fun. Yeah.
Because one, you look at it and you go, oh, you know what? Oh, you start to, okay, I see what's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can start to call things out. So
yeah, exactly.
You're
like, oh, hold on, that's what fucking Stu said about the little hole in the deep hole, right? Yep. So it's like, yep. Yeah, bro, it gets like them more engaged. That fucker
didn't get there, or half the time the announcers, they sit there and ragging on a guy, and you're gonna go, wait, hold on a second, that's actually like that corner.
Yeah, exactly.
That should be the linebacker getting underneath that. He doesn't have that play.
No, yeah, man, I agree, man. Educating with the fucking film studies.
Well, then here's the other here's what I say, the the makeup of a good football player, and you have to do it in this order. Number one, to be a good football player, you have to be in shape, right? If you're not in shape and you can't get there physically, nothing else matters, right? If you're a guy that's in shape, the next thing is know your position. Number two, know your position, everything about your position, where you're supposed to be, where your gaps are, all that stuff, just your position. Once that's mastered, then you find out the guy next to me, the two guys next to me, what are their responsibilities? I need to know what they're doing because then I'm playing off of them. That's my angles. If I know I have outside help, I'm going to take the right side of the running back because I know I have a guy on the left side. So if I do miss it, I'm going to push it to him.
So that's something where I kind of struggled with when I was watching film, and not like I didn't understand it, but I was trying to understand why the fuck didn't the DB shade inside or outside when you know you have help with your linebackers inside? And why aren't you going deeper, or why aren't you going lower when you know you have Gillespie over the top, or you know you have Merrick over the top? Like, this is how I looked at it. You know, I saw when we're looking at Trayvon Mullen's film, it's like, you don't need to be so grabby in this scenario because you got fucking Merrick right here ready to make a play on this ball. So I think that once our DBs, and this is why as soon as we picked up Anthony Averett and Rock Ya-Sin, I chalked those guys in as starters. The reason why is because I felt like they knew and understood that fundamental side of the game more than Trayvon Mullen. And I felt like Trayvon Mullen was more like, fuck, I got to make this play. I fucked up. No, you can play to your leverage. You can play to all this stuff.
That's again, I love football. That's why I think it's the greatest team sport in the world, because when you start to play with each other,
oh my God, that's why the fucking Legion of Boom was so disgusting. They had 4 disruptors up front, and they were able to pass guys off into one zone. Another guy gets passed off into another. Fucking Earl Thomas deep, fucking Richard Sherman, Bobby Wagner,
defensive line.
Yeah, dude, they were just able to rush
plays their gap responsibility. Like, really,
bro, they got home with 3 guys.
The defensive line, his job is one, put pressure on the quarterback, right? Yeah. But is to keep them offensive linemen off your linebackers and safeties. Because if you can do that, here's the thing that people don't realize. A defensive lineman can have 0 statistics in a game and could have played the best game of his life.
Yeah, Max Crosby, he had games where he had 11 fucking pressures, didn't get the quarterback down once. But guess what? This dude was fucking everybody's life.
And guess
man.
what? When you start seeing defense, and sometimes defensive linemen, they get a little, they think because they're not making plays, they're not involved, which I get. But when they start jumping out and doing their own shit and doing these different, every time they jump out of their gap trying to do something else, because then you'll have two guys in one, and the football gods do it every time. Whenever you jump out of a gap, it just so happens that that play was meant right for that fucking gap that you left. And it happens every time. So wait, hold on. Let me finish my little deal because I started it. Let me finish it. I think I said, okay, so in shape, know your responsibility. Then 3, know the guys beside you's responsibility. Then once you know that, know the guys in front of you, right? Once you know all that, and let me say this, in shape and number 1 situations. So number 1, in shape, knowing the down and distance, knowing pre-snap reads, let me forget that. The guys in front of you. So now you have defense. Once you know all that and have those, and again, they go in order. They have to go in order. You can't go to the next one until you've mastered the
one step at a time.
Once you know that, guess what you can do then? Then you can start recognizing what the offense does. Then you can start looking at and getting pre-snap reads and looking at concepts, motions, the down and distance, how that plays. What do they like to do in these situations? What do they like to do on this part of the field? What do they like to do in this personnel groupings? Then you can start to really, and what I'm saying, like I talked about us as fans, we will start to look at the other side and you're going to go, holy shit, how do you know that? And it's just concepts.
So one more thing before we head out, because we're already on an hour. One more thing, Stu. Patrick Graham had a top 5 red zone defense last year, and that's very important, right? Not getting, like, you can drive all the way fucking downfield. If you're not getting into the end zone, I don't give a fuck. You didn't do shit.
You're
really.
Right. You didn't.
So this is what I think, because watching Trayvon Merrick, I understand he was a rookie, but this is what I felt like Trayvon Merrick didn't do. When we're in the red zone,
I think I know what you're going to say. But
when we're in the red zone, or even 15, even 10 yards, I felt like maybe the game didn't slow down for Merrick as much as he thought he would. But I really feel like when your back is in the end zone, that's when you need to start baiting fucking quarterbacks. Because you don't have to worry about a ball going over bombs, bro. Like you need at that point
when that field shrinks up, it's to the defense's favor, because you have more guys in a smaller area. You're able to cover more ground. They can't take you fucking deep. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you can the free set. Okay, so how would you like to see him bait? What? Because I know what I used to do and what Rob Ryan used to tell me to do. What do you mean?
I mean, in the sense, like, okay, you understand we're playing the fucking Chiefs, right? You understand that the top red zone target, it could be fucking anybody. But let's be honest, it's most of the time going to be Travis Kelce, the big body tight end, right? Yeah. So this is how I look at it, right? You're backed up. You're on the fucking 15, 10-yard line.
Let's say we're in man free.
Okay, yeah. Let's say that every single person.
I think I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
This is what I think. You know what? Nate Hobbs, inside leverage, buddy. If this fucking guy runs this corner, it's over with. If he runs on the inside, I'm going to take 2 steps to the left. My whole time, I'm knowing that I am fucking out of there. As soon as that ball is gone, I'm picking that shit off, man. This is what I think.
Andy, football, it is complicated, but I want to say it's a not a simple sport, but it's a sport of common sense that coaches fuck up.
Yeah.
Because in the red zone, and depending on and you tell that with your coach, hey, when they get to the 15 or they're at the 12 or whatever, you as a free safety, you read that quarterback and fucking go.
Yes.
There's no, and what you do, right? Like I was just gonna say, you double with somebody. You talk to your buddies, hey, I'm playing man, and that linebacker does the same thing to somebody, right? I look and I look out at Namdi and he does like this. I'm good. I look out at Fabian. I'm good. Usually you want to help the guys on the inside. So I look at Carr. Carr says, here, all right, Carr, you jump outside, and I don't move over there.
And the whole time, right? You understand your responsibility, but you know the play that you're
Carr's like, oh shit, okay, I'm gonna stay low and outside. I know I got to do in there, so I'm not gonna fall for an inside or one of those block down and then come out, because I'm staying outside. Me and Stu have a thing going on. He's got the middle of the field, or like you said, hey, jump inside. You take anything low and inside, and I'll take anything high and outside.
Yeah, exactly.
That again. That
it's like a bracket, but a not designed bracket. It's what you can get away with once the field shrinks. Like what you can do.
Here's the thing, and Chuck Pagano was the best, and I had my best years under Chuck Pagano. Great guy, great coach, never yelled, straight professional, treated you like men. He said, guys, listen, I'm going to give you all these different tools, all these combinations that you guys can run out there in cover two man, and man free, and zero, and whatever. You guys are you guys call it. You guys communicate with each other, right? You guys call what you're doing out there. Make it yours. Mm-hmm. So also, remember when I kept talking about, I don't see guys communicating with each other. I don't see them calling things out. That means that they're trying to, they're playing on an island. They're not using their help.
They're playing to not make a mistake on their own. Like they're not able to fucking just react, play quick. They're not able to shoot out a cannon.
Unless you're Charles Woodson or Rod Woodson, or actually probably unless you're so athletic like Charles Woodson, or maybe like a Namdi, where you can act. Not even Namdi, where you
Charles Woodson's an exception.
he is good enough to where when the ball snaps and then he's divulging the play, he can still make a play. Mm-hmm. For the rest of us, if you're trying to figure out the play as it's going, it's too late, dude. You have to pre-snap reads is going to start eliminating eliminating options for them. You know what I'm saying? Like receiver splits. That's going to tell you where he lines up on the field. It's going to start to eliminate some of the passing tree routes. So a lot of these great corners, like how did he just know? Yeah, he had great position, but dude, like think about these older players like John Lynch and Ray Lewis and fucking who was the DB that played for Washington for like 100 fucking years?
For Washington?
Yeah, this was a while back. He played like 16 years as a defensive back. Obviously, these guys, any guy that's played 13, 14 years, you think athletically he's even close to some of these rookies?
Fuck no.
But what he does, that's it. He puts himself in a position, so all of a sudden it looks like he's fucking making a great play where, well, you know what? He just eliminated some, and he through film study and through knowing that there's only so many different combinations, or knowing guys' characteristics, he didn't have to backpedal a million things and break and come down. He just sat because he knew where it was going to go. Mm-hmm. It's like you hear that thing, not working hard. Yeah, Darryl Green.
Yeah.
Darryl Green. Well, Deion Sanders. Like you look at, here's the thing. They're the Hall of Famers, they're great athletes. Don't get me wrong, but that wears off.
They're better students of the game, bro.
Those guys are fucking smart. Smart as shit. Have high, what I say, football IQs. Mm-hmm. And there are young guys, I remember, that could get away with not with going the wrong step or having the wrong response, but they're so athletic they can make up for it. But that wears off.
Oh yeah.
That wears off.
100, and then it starts to get exposed at the later end of your career.
Absolutely. But these guys, again, that's why I talk about practice and you need to see, it takes everybody. The scout team needs to show you those routes and concepts that your coach breaks down, doesn't just hand you 6 games and says, watch this. He should pick through And I'll talk about another time about how to film study and how Chuck Pagano taught me to film study and how a good coach prepares his players to make plays. And you don't have to know every call, right? But 85% of the time, maybe even 90% of the time, you're just playing the responsibilities of the defense, what the defense says, curl flat, this and that.
Yep.
But the other 10% that are those 6 or 7 plays that might come up that you go, oh shit, here it comes. I know if in this down and distance with this personnel grouping, if this number 2 receiver cuts and goes out, I know this guy's gonna run the 10-yard dig, and that's where you boom. And those are the 4 or 5 plays, 6 plays that make the difference. Now they may never run that play, and the rest you just play the responsibility of the defense. But those 6 plays, that's film study, that's experience, that's talking with veterans, that's learning how to watch film. That's not just
do you
luck.
think
That's not luck? That's why I say there's no such thing as luck. That's not luck.
So with Trayvon Merrick having a guy like Duron Harmon now, that should really help him, right?
We didn't have anyone last year. Yeah. We didn't remember we talked about, like, I don't see a guy on that defense or whatever that's teaching these guys how to be professionals on and off the field.
Yeah.
And we brought in some veteran guys that have played a lot of football.
They won a lot of games.
Won Super Bowls. They may not be the flashiest guys or the most athletic, but they have clout to say, no, listen, this is how a defensive meeting is run. This is how we watch film. This is how we practice. This is how we meet after practice, not with the coaches. This is what, it's not a fucking Chinese fire drill to get out of the building as fast as we can. This is our fucking job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are things that you should fucking know. And in a meeting room, you should have a little anxiety because it should be firing off questions and you should fucking know it. And if you don't, you should be held accountable for that.
For sure. 100%. Well, look, Stu, like I said, I'm going to be spamming you with fucking clips the more and more I watch these fucking films.
This is what I like to do, dude. I can do this shit
all day because,
one, it keeps my brain like with brain damage. You need to do things that fire. So this type of shit here fires up.
Yeah.
It makes me remember, like, oh shit, that's right, that, and like remembering some of this stuff. And again, and to the fans here, I might say things that so here's the difference, like going from team to team. Let me say this. The thing that a new player has to do is, it's like, if I'm with the Raiders, we speak German.
Yeah, it's terminology.
Yes. So some things I say, you might go, well, no, that's not what we call it. And there may be some confusion. And I may call things that maybe I'm thinking of something different. So I don't ever think I'm saying I know everything. And I'm not apt for someone to correct me or whatever, because I might say something wrong. But that was always the thing. It's the same stuff. It's just like, again, when I went to the Giants, it was like learning French. When I all I knew was fucking Spanish. Right? Okay, wait. So we call it this. I know how to run that, but if I call it this, that might fucking mean something totally different with these guys, and that's gonna fuck shit up. And it's not that I don't know it. It's just I need to know how we call it.
Yeah.
And sometimes too much terminology is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. And again, so that's why I think like Jared Stidham, trading for him so he could be that teacher of the offense. You also have what's his name? Brandon Bolden. You have Jacob Johnson, the 2 running back and fullback. So you got a running back, a fullback, and a quarterback on the offense. Then on defense, you got Duron Harmon, who's playing the fucking shit his whole career, basically. So it's like, yeah, it's really, really going to help, man. And I'm excited, man.
Well, yeah, because I'm telling you, with these young rookies, who we got some good ones, they're not even close to being finished products. They need people. They need a good coach, right? But they also need older veteran players to teach them how to watch film and how to practice and hold them accountable. Like, hey, listen, if you don't know, like, not knowing what special teams you're on, or not knowing like the depth chart or that shit, which I felt like we've done really good with it. And I'm assuming it's because the veterans are coming from a system where Belichick, you're going to know what the fuck you're doing and where you're at and what your responsibilities are, right? There's none of this, oh, I don't know. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys are going to say, listen, wait, hold on a second. You didn't read your playbook. You're not into what they're doing, because like what you're saying right now, that was last week. We're on to something new this week. That shit, like, you need to get up on your shit. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And there's no reason for you not to be, because this is your job. This is all that you have to do.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. That's it, is football. Especially guys that don't have families or have anything to fucking do.
Yeah. No excuse.
But some guys, it's like this.
But some guys like to go to basketball games with their girlfriend. You know what? We're going
last thing. You don't know how hard you're working until someone around you tells you you're working hard. Like, you may think I'm putting in hours, but a guy will get around you and like, dude, that's nothing. Like, no, this is how many hours you should be putting. But if you don't have somebody showing you that,
you'll never know.
You're not going to know that. Yeah.
Shout out to Salvo, man. He says, Andy, tell Stu we Raider fans appreciate Stu's knowledge and passion. Then Raider Rob says, Stu, kudos for a former Raider to join us fans on here on YouTube shows. It is a great fucking pleasure to have Stu. And I'm going to be honest, Stu, they fucking love the film study, Stu. So I think we need to do this.
I've been reading the comments. I
think we need to do this more often, bro.
Kudos to you to be 19. How old are you? 20?
19. Just turned 19.
19. And to have the balls to sit here and break down film with a former player. It's not easy to do, because, well, it's easier for you because you know your shit, you take it seriously, and I wouldn't be on here. Well, I would be on here with anybody because I'd want to help them, but I'm saying that can be intimidating. So I give you credit because, you know, asking questions and giving your statement, I could say, Andy, you're full of fucking shit. What are you fucking talking about, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do that, but also too, there's also a way to convey information without.
And let me say this: if you ever hear me, like, you ask me a question, we're breaking down film, and it just sounds like I'm talking out my ass, call me out, dude, because I love this shit too much. I'm put in a position where I could just be told, like, motherfucker, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dog.
But listen though, but listen, a good leader can correct and teach without it being confrontational.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you save those, though, like a coach who always yells and gets on somebody, it's bullshit, because you should know how to correct things in a way that's, one, is teaching.
It's not a shot at John Gruden.
No, there's a lot of coaches that do that. But because then if I'm correcting you the way I'm doing it, but then if there is a time where I do motherfucker, you're gonna go, whoa, this never happened. So I better really pay attention to what he's saying, because he does, like when Chuck Pagano, if he ever did get mad at me, like, whoa, I must be fucking up because he doesn't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but if I'm always going, you dumbass, first of all, you're gonna lose your self-esteem and confidence, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And then for me, it's gonna get old after a while, and like you're just gonna be like, okay, yep, end of the fucking world. Yeah, fuck yeah.
But this is how I look at this too. How I look at it is, if I'm on and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna send this fucking link to Stu to break down this film, right? Well, guess what? That elevates my game, and it has to, because that's how I look at it. I don't look at it like, fuck, I need to be nervous. No, I just need to prepare.
No, you should. Here's the deal, like with me,
and they love it, bro. Look at the fucking chat. They're saying weekly. We need this more,
because this is shit. This is the inside shit.
Yes.
This is the shit that goes on in the meeting rooms. and how practice and coaches and how, dude, 98% of our day is film and study and this type of stuff. And I have all my old playbooks and we'll go over call sheets.
I love this shit. Live was fire, learned a lot. I like that right there.
Absolutely. And again, the more you know, the more involved I think you are. Because if you're just kind of, watching, it can get kind of like,
well, you also, when you're watching a game from a broadcast angle, it's hard to know what went on. You need that all 22, but there's certain positions, like, okay, quarterback, you can see the fucking game follows the quarterback the whole time, but it's like for DBs, the fucking camera angle is so ass when it comes to DBs. All you see is the trenches and the quarterback and the linebackers.
And again, you can't always listen to the announcers because they're biased and they get stuck on certain teams. And then here's what I like: the more you know, the more that you can formulate your own opinion.
Yes,
where you're not waiting for Andy or me or Docs or Mitchell or Samoa to give you how you should think.
Yes.
You can formulate your own opinions, and then you can watch and then you can disagree or agree with what we say. But if you don't know what's going on, it's tough. It's hard. It's hard.
For sure.
And I'm amazed. I am amazed. I'm not so much anymore because it just happens. How many guys know, like, what they're know football, know the pro game, know what goes on in the locker room, knows what, especially when I'm around and I say, well, no, actually this, and they still, I'm like going, wow, I just know for me, if there's someone that has done it and they're saying, and again, I don't make corrections a lot, do I? I don't fucking whatever. I don't fucking call and say that's whatever. But if I do, you'd think, okay, well, it must be. He knows. He knows the guy or this, that. And then they still, well, no, actually, they're probably this and this is what's going on. And I'm like, you know what? Hey, you know it. You know it. But again, if I can tell, it's like this, Andy. You know this. It's a lot. Like, if you don't know something, just say you don't know.
Yes, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of there's been clips that I've seen that I've been sent where someone will be asked a question. Hey, man, what do you think about this? They're fucking talking about Joe Schmo, who's not even on a fucking team, and they're like, you know what? I like him, man. He's athletic. Well, no shit. He plays in the fucking NFL, right? He's going to be athletic just like everybody. You're not really saying anything here, buddy. He's 6'4". Cool. That doesn't mean shit. There's a lot of 6'4" motherfuckers out here. Like, bro, I like this. I like it when I can go into something, and this is everything. You need to go into something with confidence, bro. Like, that's just how it is. You got to be confident in what you're doing because that means that you know what you're doing.
Be confident in what you know because you've done the due diligence, you've done the research, you've looked it up. It's not something you heard or maybe or you went, you watched it, you know it. That's how you create, and then you know what you don't know. Right? Yeah. Like, you know what? Hey, listen, I don't know enough about San Diego to give an opinion, but fuck them. They're bullshit. They suck. And it's like, whoa. Like, come on now. Like, if you're saying that, can have some facts.
Can we back it up? Like, can we back it up? And then
you say, you know what? I'm not sure if you haven't listen to someone instead of having to think like, I got to have a response. I got to know. I don't know how many times, Andy, I've been in, chats with 10 people, and we'll have a question and we'll go through.
And they'll be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Well,
this motherfucker just pulled this shit out of his ass.
You would, and I would. But most of the time, the first person that says something, the next couple guys kind of tend to
say the same shit.
Similar. And then it'll get to me and I'll go,
no,
you guys are all fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm saying it. And then by end of my thing, they're going, oh, okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then it's like, oh, motherfucker, like, yeah.
I don't have any problem if you don't know, but just be like, you know what, man,
be honest, bro.
I'm really not sure. You know, I haven't watched.
If you haven't put the fucking work in, I'd rather you just shut the fuck up and be honest.
Yeah, and say, you know, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think about this player? How many times have you heard me? Listen, dude,
every fucking time you're like, who's that? What position is he? Just right now, we're saying, okay, what position is this guy? He's the slot. Oh, this is the free safety, the strong. Bro, we were fucking answering and asking questions this whole time, bro. Like,
yeah, like I remember there were times where I'd go on, you know, Doxy's show, and I'm like, okay, so who? And I remember a guy was like, who the fuck is this dude that doesn't know anything?
Well, hey man, it is what it is.
I'm like, listen, how do you think someone gains knowledge, Andy?
By fucking putting their mind to it, man.
Oh yeah, but also too, how do you get information from me?
Asking questions. That's how you do it. You gotta ask.
There you go.
Yeah, like you'll never know until you ask.
Here's the deal: the intelligence of someone is not dictated or is not known by the answers they give, but it's by the questions they ask.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you hear me all the time asking this and this and who's like that, because again, I don't know, and I'm not gonna. If you guys, oh yeah, no, that dude, he sucks, and I don't know him. Like, that's not fair. Like, if you're gonna motherfuck somebody and say someone, at least have the common decency to do a little research and know if the guy is trash.
And you know, I like that though, because and nothing that Stu's saying here, he's not standing on his word. There's been multiple times where Stu coming in live and me, Graf, Wasted, Hammers, one of us is just bashing on a fucking dude. And he'll be like, well, how or why? Can you prove it? Like, okay. And then when we give some valid points, Stu's either like, all right, that's fucking fair. Or Stu's like, you know what? Fuck you. I still like this guy. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck.
No, you gave points, and we're going to agree to disagree, but at least you have a reason. There's stuff that you saw. You know what? Hey, you know why I don't like that motherfucker? I was driving, and I pulled into a gas station, and he just fucking, you know, he just looked like a prick to me and fucking treated someone like walked in, didn't hold the door for somebody, so I think he's an asshole. Shit. Hey, all right. That's prick.
Yeah.
He's a fucking asshole then. But just to say someone's an asshole, I'm like, have you ever met the guy? Well, no. And that's like, well.
Exactly. It's like, how can you say that then? Like, your statement has no validation. But
yeah.
It is what it is.
So again, you're doing all the right stuff. Again, well, it's just like this. You're a younger guy learning. I'm an older veteran guy. There's stuff that I know, not because I'm fucking smarter than you, but it's just because I made it to a level where I had access to that information.
Well, you are smarter. you are smarter because you've asked more questions.
But I wouldn't say I'm smarter. I just know more because I've been around it.
And you've asked those questions. I haven't been around to ask those questions yet.
So like me, I like talking to you as a veteran needs to be around a guy. Otherwise, when I say some of this stuff, if you don't know it, how do you know it if no one teaches it to you? Mm-hmm. You're never going to know it.
Yeah, well, like I understood it because we were talking about football, so it just made sense. But when you said the low, what did you say? The low
hole and high hole.
Yeah, I understood it because of what we were talking about.
Yeah,
but I've never heard that terminology before.
Yep.
I'll usually, you hear the classic shit, fucking hook the curls and all that shit, right? Or the way that I would describe it for is like, shit, he's in between the safety and the linebacker. He's right behind them.
Which is fine. Which is fine too. Which is, I mean, that's, again, I said sometimes there's too much terminology when you can just go, hey, let's double team this guy. But, oh no, we don't call it, we call it banjo, bing, bang, winner.
Well, and it's like this, right? I had a friend, we were working out, right? And I was like, bro, what the fuck are you even exercising? And he was like, bro, I'm exercising fucking this muscle, bro. I'm like, your lats? And he was like, yeah, but I don't know what the fuck lats is, so I'm exercising this part. It's like, Well, all right. Well, I understood what you were saying. Yeah. So so it's like, all right, dope.
And
Whatever.
I go back to when I was with the Giants and Spagnoli or whatever was the D coordinator.
Yeah.
Remember Spagnoli? Well, he's the coordinator for the Chiefs right now, isn't he?
Yeah. Steve Spagnoli.
Little fuck, right? Well, we had
just
how you saw Abrams dropping down inside and outside of the linebacker, either his hook or his curl flat. And as a safety, I would tell 36, hey, I'm down hook. So he knows, okay, if you're hooked, then that means I'm curl flat.
Yeah, of course.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Or all you have to say is to him, right. I'm down left, which means, okay, if you're down left, I'm right. Or down right, I'm out and you're
left. Yeah.
But we had, I think, 31 different cover 3 calls, right?
That's so dumb.
And each one, the down right or down left call to the linebacker was a different R name or a different L name.
That was Paul Gunther. They what's his name? Tahir Whitehead, before he left to go to Detroit, or after he left and went to Detroit. He was like, bro, do you know how many different fourth down packages we had? We had 22 fourth down packages. 22.
That shit looks good in a job interview and at coaching clinics. When high school and college coaches can go, oh my God, this guy's a football fucking genius. You know what I mean?
When the fuck are you going to call 22 different fourth down packages? When?
Bro, we were doing a walkthrough when I was in New York, and I went, Ringo. He's like, Stu, this isn't Rocket 31. It's Denver 50 or Denver Blue Macaroni. Yeah. It's actually supposed to be Roscoe. And I'm like, that linebacker, you think that motherfucker is wait, hold on a second. All I have to say is, hey, I'm here. I'm right.
Yeah.
Half the time you don't even hear that. I'm playing off of him anyways. Or even if I say down right, he may jump and I gotta just play opposite.
Yeah.
But you gotta sit here and nitpick. Like, we're wasting time nitpicking over if I said Ringo or Roscoe.
Yeah, same shit, dog. It's the same. It means right.
Like, hey, I don't know about Stu, man. He's not picking up the defense. It's like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, dude, it's pointless. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah, some terminology is just fucking useless. Simple as that.
Walking elephants, right? Yeah, like we just always said it where it was like they're holding their tails doing like this. Offensive linemen. Because again, if you look at it, they're not shooting out, but they're not coming back. They're not pass setting. So you're looking at it going, oh shit, this is sorry. They're not pass setting. But you're going to say, okay, if they're not pass blocking, well, then it's run, right? So it's one or two. But if you see walking elephants, you're like, oh, no. This is going to be some type of play action, naked boot, whatever type of shit.
So Stu, this last preseason game, it's your last one. And I think that one of the bigger positional battles is going to be at the linebacker spot. It's going to be between two UDFAs, Darian Butler and probably Lucas Masterson. So those are the two guys that I want to I want to do a film study on one of those guys.
I don't know anything about our fucking linebackers.
So that's one where, you know, and I'll send you every clip that I have. I'll send it to you before. I'll send it to your Twitter and your Twitter.
I like too that you had, 5 or 6.
Yeah,
that's about.
Usually, bro, I have fucking pages where it's just notes, and it's all different place.
Keep doing that because it's always nice to like, what was that? And you go back and you can
for sure.
Go,
for sure.
No, actually, you know what? This is what I said because I remember because I wrote the fucking shit down.
Yeah, exactly.
You see me, dude. I write down fucking everything.
Usually I'll do closer to 10 plays though. That's usually what I'll do.
That's fine.
I think that Darian Butler didn't play so much this last one, so I didn't get 10 plays, but I want to do 10 plays. And usually I do bad, like at least 3 bad plays and 7 good ones. At least. This is what I don't like doing.
Here's what I like. You give your opinion of the play and the guy, and then it's nice for me to go, okay, so he
Yeah, exactly.
I want to know what you're thinking. Like, if this guy messed up, or do you think this is a good play? Do you think this is a great play? Is this a shit play? And then I can come in and go, actually, it's not that bad of a play. Or you know what, dude, that's terrible, dude. Like, don't listen to that. Whatever that guy's doing is shit. That is shit. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was a good one because I had my notes. I was able to like read off what the general play was, and then you were able to be like, hold on, let's run it back. I want to see specifically. You see these linemen; they're not really showing a real down block. They're kind of just fucking faking it so that the quarterback can get a screen off. But Jonathan Abram made a good play. But yeah, man.
And then again, like I said, we'll start out once in a while. I'll ask you, hey Andy, in this formation, what are you thinking, dude? Like, what do you think in this? What if, those guys are split and the down and distance, they may run an under here, and I'll say, well, what kind of defense would you call? And if you were playing man to man, and they had those low and hole help guys, what that guy can do if there is a slot receiver or the corner has a cut split, and that guy goes under right now, you know what you can do? Cut. Now that linebacker has a better angle coming down on that guy doing a under route or crossing route rather than the corner chasing him because he's playing outside leverage, right? So an under route, he's going to be playing outside. That's an easy throw. Well, now all of a sudden that cornerback drops. He becomes a hole player, and now that linebacker picks him up.
Exactly.
So, it's when you know where your guys are going to be at, and you know where your help is, it dictates your angles, how you play, it's everything. If you don't know that shit, man, you're playing with half a fucking deck of cards. Like,
and the guy that I said that I feel like is better in coverage than Jonathan Abram, I'll text you the film study that I did on him because I did one. It was like 30 minutes or something like that.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see some cut-ups of Abrams and passing situations.
And you know what's the fucked up part? We actually haven't had any real film of Abram playing the linebacker in a dime. Like, we don't have that. He hasn't played that in 3-4 fucking years. That's ridiculous to me. Like, it's honestly crazy that in 3-4 years we haven't seen Abram playing linebacker on the dime. We haven't up until now seen Abram continuously get opportunities to blitz in the big nickel. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, that's his bread and butter.
Shit coaching.
Yeah, dude. But you know what? This is and a lot of people, and we'll head out. I promise. I've been saying this for fucking ever. But look, I think that this fucking coaching staff is going to make some players superstars. You have Frank Oakland, you have Jason Simmons, you have fucking Rob Ryan as a assistant, not even as the main guy. He's just dropping gems everywhere.
He's dropping dimes. He has no stress, like fucking
like the motherfucker's dropping gems. Yeah, like you said, no stress to fucking really perform in a sense. Like, he's just out there doing what he fucking loves with no pressure.
Being a straight advocate.
And then you got Patrick Graham, somebody who has, oh my God, the dude's fucking smart as fuck. Like, dude, it's amazing, man. Like, I feel like this defense is really going to create some monsters, and it's going to showcase the strengths of different players, and that's amazing. That's perfect. But listen, man, like I said, next film study, it'll probably be on one of those two linebackers that I said. I'll probably send you a link of one of our linebackers.
When are you going to be in Adelanto?
When?
Yeah.
Saturday morning at like 9, 10 a.m.
Where are you flying into Ontario?
LAX.
Oh, and then how are you going to get to Adelanto?
I think a rental.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're staying that night, right?
Yeah, staying that night, leaving Sunday morning.
Okay.
Or Sunday sometime.
Okay. Sweet. Yep. Awesome.
But yeah, I'm going to do, for those of you guys still in here, we still got like 250 of you guys. Another film study tomorrow. Dylan Parham is dropping. It's going to be a video, though. It's not going to be a live. Dylan Parham, left guard, 3rd round pick from this year. Tune in with that.
When are you dropping that? Tomorrow, probably noon, West Coast time. Okay, I'll make sure we should be in. So noon. That's about when we land out in California. So
yeah, I'll drop that for everybody in here that wants the film study train going. Where we're gonna keep it going tomorrow. Any last words, Stu? You want to say anything else?
No, just that I hope to see everybody Saturday in Adelanto from noon to 4. Me, Warren Sapp, Docs, obviously Andy, Wasted won't make it. He's not feeling very well, but Mitchell,
Samoan. It's gonna be a fucking fun time.
It's gonna be good, dude. It's gonna be good. And then that evening, we're gonna have Too Short, Busta Rhymes,
Graf gonna do his little thing too.
I think Graf, us getting ready for this event's taking a little bit out of us. I think he's just gonna relax.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're gonna have a Q&A. We're gonna have a Q&A, and I may have some other Raider players there. It's just tough because it's during our alumni weekend, so a lot of guys unfortunately weren't available. So
yeah, exactly.
But Tim Johnson should be there. Isaiah Kajuba should be there. But again, it'll be great to get some questions out. And again, it's going to be fun to see everybody live. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know each other, but
we'll get to meet Stu for the first time, man, since he fucking catted in Vegas. No, I'm playing, man. But Stu will be out there, man.
I got this from Raider Image.
Yeah,
people have been asking about this.
Yeah, that's fire. The fucking jersey thing.
So hopefully I'm going to get some new gear. I'm going to have my good friend Pat Johnson, who you've seen a couple of times, who's come down here during some of my streams or whatever, played for the Dolphins actually, and played safety at Purdue. He's coming with me. It'll be great to see him and meet all you guys and talk and fucking just have a great time talking about the fucking Raiders and all that shit. So show up, dude.
Yeah, show up. Most definitely, you guys. Appreciate. We had like 350 you guys in here, bro. So greatly appreciate all you guys tuning in for the first half hour of the film study. And
just so you know, Andy, take it as a compliment, dude, because I don't do this with everybody.
No,
I do it myself, but I don't typically do it a lot with other people. So you are somebody that I enjoy doing it with, so I definitely want to do it again for sure.
Yeah, pause, but most definitely, bro.
Thanks, Alexander. Yeah, to everyone in the comments, man. If I haven't seen them, thank you so much for the responses and compliments and I took it very serious and I left it out there on the field, even though if I didn't make every play, I wanted to, and I appreciate the support and I look forward to more content and again seeing some of you guys this Saturday.
Yes, sir. Love y'all. Stay safe, man. Have a blessed day. And I'm out, you guys. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.